All right, so as a leader, you're constantly focused on the external stuff, right? KPIs, deadlines, the bottom line. But what if the real key to unlocking peak performance for your team and for you isn't in some spreadsheet, but it's actually in your mind? Today, we're going to dig into the incredible work of Dr. Joseph Murphy and craft a simple yet super powerful mental blueprint designed for leadership success.
You know, in the world of leadership, we're absolutely obsessed with strategy, resources, and finding that A-plus talent. We pour countless hours into optimizing everything we can see and touch. But let me just ask you this. What if the single most powerful asset you have, the one that truly drives all of your success, is the one thing you can't see? What if it's your own mind?
So, here's what we're going to cover. First, we'll explore what your inner blueprint even is. Then, we'll learn how to command it, build a super practical daily routine, mentally rehearse for victory, and finally, wrap it all up into a powerful 10-minute habit that you can start using tomorrow.
Okay, let's dive right in with that foundation, your inner blueprint. Think of this as the unseen force that is constantly, and I mean constantly, shaping your professional reality, whether you're paying attention to it or not. Here's the simple way to think about it. Every single thought you have, every mental image you hold on to, it's like a building block. You are the architect of your own mental house. And look, this isn't just some feel-good metaphor. This blueprint directly influences your decisions, your confidence, and yeah, ultimately, your results as a leader.
So what is this foundation even made of? Well, it's your subconscious mind. Dr. Murphy had this perfect analogy. Think of your subconscious as this incredibly fertile soil. It doesn't judge. It doesn't care. It will grow whatever seeds you plant in it. And your thoughts, especially your habitual ones, are the seeds.
Okay, so if our thoughts are the seeds, how do we make sure we're planting the right stuff? How do we become intentional gardeners? Well, that brings us to our next section, learning how to command your inner ship by giving your subconscious clear, powerful directives.
Here's a really powerful way to picture this: the captain and the ship. Your conscious mind, your logical mind, that's the captain on the bridge. It's setting the strategy, choosing the destination. But your subconscious mind, that's the entire crew down in the engine room. They don't question the orders. They just faithfully execute them, powering the ship wherever the captain commands. No questions asked.
So how does the captain actually give its orders? It starts with two of the most powerful words in the entire English language, I am. And this isn't some new age idea. This is an ancient truth. The statements you attach to I am are direct, non-negotiable commands to your subconscious crew.
And this just brilliantly lays out the choice every single leader has, every single day. You can feed your subconscious thoughts of frustration, of limitation, I'm a flop, this is too hard, and it will diligently work to create that reality for you. Or, and this is the exciting part, you can consciously choose to feed it empowering directives. I am a confident leader. I am a creative problem solver. And your subconscious will then work tirelessly to align everything with that command. Okay, so this brings us to the core of this whole thing. How do we turn all this theory into a practical daily performance routine? It's a simple three-part framework designed to prime your mind for success every single day. Here are the 3 steps. It's super simple. First, your I ams. This is your identity. Who are you at your core? Second, my plan. This is where you state your measurable goals. What are you actually going to achieve? And third, your I wills. These are your non-negotiables, your values in action. How are you going to behave on this journey? See? Together they form a complete and powerful directive. But here's the absolute key. This only works with consistency. It's not a one-and-done thing. To really stamp these commands onto your subconscious, you need repetition. You got to say them every morning. Write them down. You know, top performers will even record themselves on their phone and listen to it. This repetition is what makes the message stick. All right, so once you get that daily routine down and it becomes a habit, you can move to a more advanced level. This isn't just about setting goals anymore. This is about actively rehearsing for victory, especially when the pressure is on. So you have 3 main tools in your toolbox to communicate with your subconscious. We've already talked about repetition. Then there are suggestions. That's about actively fighting back against negative thoughts with positive ones. But that third one, visualization, man, that is where leaders can get a massive edge. It's about creating these vivid mental movies of success. And here is the secret sauce. You can't just passively watch this mental movie. You have to feel it. Remember, the subconscious is the emotional mind. So attaching genuine emotion to your visualizations, that feeling of accomplishment, the pride in your team's win, that's the fuel that turns a simple thought into a powerful creative force.
Now, for a crucial distinction, this is so important. Most people, when they visualize, they only see the finish line. But the elite performers, they do something very different. They don't just imagine the victory. They mentally rehearse overcoming the tough stuff, the inevitable obstacles that are gonna get in the way.
I mean, really think about it. Visualize yourself calmly and confidently navigating a sudden budget cut. Picture yourself receiving tough feedback with composure and actually using it to make the project better. See yourself leading that tense meeting with total clarity and grace. When you mentally rehearse overcoming these specific challenges, you're building resilience. So when adversity hits in real life, it's not a shock. Your mind has already run the simulation and knows exactly how to win.
Okay, let's bring all this home and make it practical. How in the world do you fit this into an already jam-packed schedule? Well, it's all about creating your sustainable 10-minute mental edge.
That's it. 10 minutes. This entire routine, stating your identity, defining your plan, affirming your values, and visualizing your success through challenges can be done in just 10 minutes each morning. It is such a small investment for what is truly an exponential return on your leadership effectiveness.
So, let's just recap the core takeaways. First, remember your subconscious is always on, always working. It's up to you to direct it. Second, use that I am, my plan, and I will framework for crystal clear instructions. Third, repetition and emotion are the fuel for this engine. Fourth, don't just visualize the trophy. Mentally prepare for the tough climb to get there. And finally, approach this with a calm confidence. You don't need to force it, you just need to guide it.
Look, this process gives you the tools to consciously design your inner world, which, believe me, will absolutely shape your outer world. The blueprint is in your hands now. So the only question left is, what are you going to build?